Big Blue, stop right now. MetLife Stadium just exploded with breaking news, and one number is already ringing in everyone's ears. 38. A second-year edge rusher just shattered national draft rankings despite a misleading stat line. A rookie cornerback is carrying a phantom rivalry that stretches all the way to Houston, and Tampa Bay just received a blockbuster trade request that could solve New York's biggest defensive void. Insiders dropped the bombshells today, and here is your first payoff. That number 38? That's the national rank assigned to pass rusher Abdul Carter by CBS Sports analyst Mike Renner, who placed Carter 38 out of 191 first-round picks taken this decade, proving the national media is finally recognizing his elite potential. If New York stands tall, the Eagles and Cowboys fall. Subscribe right now and let's raise the skyline together. We start with the explosive defensive force that is making national doubters look completely foolish. Stay locked, because a double cliffhanger is waiting at the end. When fans glance at the surface-level stat sheet from last season, they might see that New York Giants edge rusher Abdul Carter finished his rookie campaign with just 4 total sacks, leading casual observers to jump to premature bust labels. Big Blue faithful know all too well the pain of high draft picks failing to launch, but anyone who watched the film knows Carter performed far better than those 4 sacks suggest. Throughout this entire offseason, buzz and genuine optimism have built surrounding the former top draft pick as he prepares for his second professional season. Even CBS Sports, a media outlet that has routinely roasted New York all summer, is officially buying high on the young pass rusher. National analyst Mike Renner evaluated all 191 first-round draft picks selected between 2020 and 2025, and he ranked Abdul Carter at number 38 overall. To put that respect in context, Renner placed Carter ahead of high-profile offensive stars like Devonta Smith at 41, Garrett Wilson at 48, Drake London at 49, and Jahmyr Gibbs at 60. Carter was not the only Giant recognized in the top 50, as quarterback Jackson Dart landed at 40, offensive tackle Andrew Thomas earned pick 42, and star receiver Malik Nabers claimed 51 while recovering from knee surgery. Renner noted that the Giants have had no middle ground this decade, either landing bona fide franchise cornerstones or suffering absolute draft whiffs. The reason analysts are so high on Carter despite 4 sacks comes down to elite disruption. Carter amassed 23 quarterback hits, tying for 13th across the entire NFL, and placed himself among an elite group of just 28 players league-wide to crack the 20-hit threshold. Analytics tracked an astonishing 72 total quarterback pressures, including 48 quick pressures that occurred in under 2.5 seconds, which actually led the entire National Football League. Over the final 4 games of his rookie year, Carter recorded at least a half sack in every single contest to set a brand new franchise rookie record. Furthermore, new head coach John Harbaugh and defensive coordinator Denard Wilson removed any doubt during spring OTAs by declaring Carter an unquestioned starter, leaving former first-rounder Kayvon Thibodeau to battle for rotational snaps off the bench. Last year, the organizational noise surrounding Jackson Dart's concussions and Dexter Lawrence's locker room frustration allowed Carter to develop under the radar without the intense New York media spotlight. WFAN callers and social media hot-takers were so preoccupied with other storylines that they forgot to attack Carter's development, which might turn out to be a massive blessing for his career trajectory. Analysts like Bucky Brooks are calling Carter an all-breakout candidate, predicting that Denard Wilson's attack-style defense will unleash organized chaos and give Carter endless one-on-one matchups alongside Brian Burns and Tremaine Edmonds. Some bold beat writers are even projecting Carter to reach 14.5 sacks in year 2, which would catapult him straight into Pro Bowl status. New York sports fans are starving for an unstoppable backfield disruptor, and Carter has proven he can beat offensive tackles with lightning first-step quickness. The immediate goal under Harbaugh and Wilson is converting those 48 quick pressures into game-changing sacks. Do you agree with ranking Abdul Carter ahead of Garrett Wilson and Devonta Smith? Type your thoughts in the comments right now. And if you believe Carter is primed for a double-digit sack breakout in year 2, hit that like button immediately. But as Carter anchors the defensive front, a wild draft night sequence has created a secret training camp rivalry for one of New York's newest rookies. Draft night rarely follows a franchise's exact blueprint, and the New York Giants experienced that chaos firsthand during the second round of the draft. Even after selecting edge rusher Arvell Reese and offensive tackle Francis Mauigoa on opening night, the ghost of Dexter Lawrence hovered heavily over the roster following his departure. Entering day 2 with the 37th overall selection, consensus pointed toward New York drafting a massive interior defensive lineman to fill the giant hole on the front line. But the Houston Texans executed an aggressive move, trading up to pick 36 right ahead of New York to snag the top defensive tackle on the board, Caden McDonald out of Ohio State. Forced to pivot instantly, the Giants turned in their card for Tennessee cornerback Colton Hood. Reports surfaced after draft weekend revealing that the Chicago Bears hesitated on trading up for Hood, allowing New York to secure the physical 6-foot cornerback. That sequence kicked off an intriguing cross-conference storyline that will follow both rookies throughout their entire careers. Hood does not need to outperform McDonald to prove he was a fantastic draft pick, but if McDonald turns into a star in Houston while Hood struggles, fans will endlessly debate what could have been. On the practice field in West Virginia, Hood finds himself locked in a fierce battle for the starting cornerback job opposite veteran Paulson Adebo. While Drew Phillips holds down the slot, CB2 is wide open. Free agent signee Greg Newsome II possesses talent, but his production has rarely matched his potential. Former first-round pick Deonte Banks has put together an impressive spring comeback bid, while quiet secondary contender Art Green lurks in the shadows looking for snaps. Hood brings elite athleticism to the competition, boasting a 4.44 40-yard dash, a 40.5-inch vertical jump, and a standout college campaign at Tennessee where he earned second-team All-SEC honors. The rookie cornerback signed a 4-year deal worth $12.8 million with $7 million guaranteed, demonstrating how much confidence Joe Schoen has in his second-round investment. During rookie minicamps, Hood delivered the play of the week by jumping a route in 2-minute drills for a pick-6, immediately catching the eye of head coach John Harbaugh. Harbaugh publicly praised Hood's aggressive press coverage skills and instinctual playmaking, noting that Hood loves getting in the face of receivers. Last season at Tennessee, Hood allowed only 28 catches on 451 coverage snaps, while yielding a passer rating against of just 70.8. He became the first SEC player since 2019 to return both an interception and a fumble for touchdowns in the same year, proving he possesses a natural knack for forcing turnovers. Yet, Hood's hidden training camp battle is taking place hundreds of miles away. While McDonald faces a tough climb for playing time in Houston behind established veterans Sheldon Rankins and Tommy Togiai, Hood is fighting the dreaded draft what-if narrative. Every tackle, pass breakup, and interception Hood records will be compared to the defensive tackle New York almost drafted. His mission in training camp is climbing the depth chart and making the fan base forget about Houston's draft day steal. Will Colton Hood win the starting CB2 job as a rookie, or will Deonte Banks hold him off? Let us know your prediction in the comments section below. And if you love Hood's physical pressman playstyle, smash that like button right now. But as Hood battles for snaps in the secondary, a massive trade development just shook up the defensive tackle market, offering New York a chance to land a superstar veteran. The NFL trade market exploded with unexpected news when Tampa Bay Buccaneers star defensive tackle Vita Vea officially requested a trade, as reported by NFL insider Adam Schefter. Vea is entering the final year of his 4-year, $71 million contract, and his request immediately set off sirens across front offices seeking elite interior defense. For the New York Giants, who are still actively seeking answers to replace the massive production lost when star-nose tackle Dexter Lawrence was traded, Vea's availability demands immediate attention. While trade requests during contract negotiations are often used as leverage plays, they frequently turn into real trade movements, prompting analysts to ask if General Manager Joe Schoen should pull the trigger. Even at 31 years old, Vea remains one of the most dominant interior forces in professional football, combining rare size, explosive burst, and raw power at the nose tackle position. The Giants did sign veteran DJ Reader and drafted Bobby Jamison Travis earlier this offseason, but neither player possesses the game-wrecking pedigree of the former 12th overall pick. Acquiring Vea would instantly transform New York's front seven into a nightmare for opposing offensive coordinators, freeing up edge rushers like Abdul Carter and Brian Burns to go one-on-one on the outside. Adding a 340-pound nose tackle who commands double teams on 60% of his snaps would instantly elevate defensive line coach Mike Bloomgren's run-stopping metrics. Vea has logged 23.5 career sacks and over 150 quarterback pressures from the interior, numbers that rival any nose tackle in the modern era. Imagine a front four featuring Vita Vea clogging 2 interior gaps while Abdul Carter and Brian Burns scream off the edges. It would completely change how division rivals prepare for the Meadowlands. Furthermore, with rookie quarterback Jackson Dart on an affordable rookie contract, New York has the cap flexibility to absorb Vea's salary and offer a 2-year extension. The primary obstacle comes down to trade valuation and financial cost. Vea is 31, plays nose tackle, and wants a lucrative contract extension attached to any trade deal. Considering the talent expected in the upcoming draft, the Giants will likely refuse to part with high-value future draft capital. For context, when the New England Patriots acquired superstar receiver A.J. Brown, they only gave up a future late-round pick, and Vea does not carry the same positional value impact as an elite receiver. Tampa Bay might have to settle for mid to late draft picks across future drafts, or perhaps New York could offer Kayvon Thibodeau as a primary trade chip. Because Thibodeau is only 25 years old and plays a premium edge rusher position, the Giants could even demand additional draft compensation from Tampa Bay in a swap deal. Regardless of the negotiations, Joe Schoen must pick up the phone and explore the cost. Should the Giants trade for Vita Vea to solidify the defense? Drop a comment with your exact trade offer below. If you want to see Vita Vea wearing big blue this season, hit that like button right now. But as trade rumors swirl, training camp is reaching a fever pitch with major decisions looming on the horizon. 3 distinct storylines have converged at MetLife Stadium as training camp opens under John Harbaugh. Abdul Carter's elite national ranking validates his disruptive potential. Colton Hood's physical secondary play promises to lock down receivers, and a potential trade for Vita Vea could finalize a dominant front 7. New York isn't backing down from anyone, and this franchise just sent a clear signal to the NFC East. The culture shift is real, and every single spot on this roster must be earned. If Harbaugh fixes the trenches and unleashes this physical defense, the Eagles and Cowboys are in for a massive reality check when they step into the Meadowlands this season. The blueprint is set, the talent is arriving, and the competition in West Virginia is going to be fierce. Here is what I need from Big Blue right now. 1. Smash that like button if you believe John Harbaugh is the head coach to lead New York back to the playoffs. 2. Drop a comment with your exact record prediction for this upcoming season. Are we winning 8 games, making the wild card, or taking the NFC East title? 3. Subscribe to the channel right now because every new subscriber makes Eagles and Cowboys fans sweat, and we are covering every single update from training camp as it happens. But listen closely because the cliffhanger is right in front of us. Insiders are reporting that Joe Schoen has made an initial inquiry call to Tampa Bay regarding Vita Vea. But if negotiations stall, the Giants might pivot to a veteran pass rusher currently holding out in the AFC. That decision could happen within the next 48 hours. On top of that, the Philadelphia Eagles are reportedly monitoring the exact same defensive tackle market to block New York from landing a nose tackle. Which move happens first? A Giants blockbuster trade or an Eagles defensive hijack? Stay locked, hit subscribe, and let's make the NFC East hear Big Blue roar. See you in the next video.